So we have been completed till this. That is what you what till the conditional statements, and like in the last class, like I also told about the looping statements. But even though like I'll be just telling once again, since like in the last class there was a technical issue. So over here, I'll just go and I'll open my. I'll close this one browser, that is tab, and in this browser only I'll be working everything. So I'll just go over here and see. So first we will just learn about what all the syntax that we have in the looping statements. So what are the syntax that which we have in the looping statements? So first of all, what is loop? So as I told in the previous class, so what is the loop? So loop, it is like nothing but running one statement back to back. Okay, again and again, running the same code again and again. Okay, I think so you are able to see the screen now better. So running the same statement again and again. Okay, so you'll be running the same statement again and again. So once you will be writing the code, and you will be just executing the same code again and again. So how does this syntax looks? So first you will be having something called as for. Okay, so this is a for loop that which we are doing. So in this, that is the first one is the in the looping statement. First you will be learning about for, then while, and do while. Okay, so coming to the for loop. So for loop, you will be having three expressions. So this first expression is nothing but that you will be giving the what array, like where the index of array. So I'll just take the another for loop over here. See, so here they have taken let index is equals to 0 and the index of uh, so this is one of your condition I can tell. So that is let index should be lesser than the length of the array. In the sense here I have taken one array, right? So it should be lesser than the length of the array. So the length of the array here is how much? 7. So this will be considered as 7 now. So this will be considered as 7. Okay. So for that only, if imagine like if the length of the array is like 1000 or 2000, at that time you will not be able to count and you will not be able to assign that value over here, right? So for that, what we'll be doing, we will be just assigning the array length. Okay, if imagine this is like 1000 or 10,000, you cannot just count here. If it is like 7, I can just count 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So what I can tell is, if you know the length of the array, you will not be mentioning array dot length. If you don't know the length of the array, you will be mentioning array dot length. So it automatically takes. So array dot length is nothing but it shows the length of the array. So if you want, you can just put this only this comment, that is console dot log in the, that is array dot length. So if you just give, and if I run my HTML file, that is, if I ask this and I'll open my console dot log, why it is not showing? Actually it should show, I don't know why it's not showing. Okay, but actually it means that only. Okay, so I think so I'll be writing this inside my body tag. Who's the person joined? Okay, I'll just write inside my body tag, that is script tag, and I'll just paste it. And if I run this, okay, I have just commented this statement, so that only it didn't work. So I'll just come here, and now if I do, I'll be able to get the output, I think. Array is not defined. Okay, I have not defined the array. So I'll be taking this and I will just paste it. See, you're able to see the length of the array. Are you able to see the length of the array? Guys, are you able to see the length of the array? Okay. So similarly, why this didn't work, which I did in the external file? Why this didn't work? Hmm? The same thing only I did in the external file, right? Why did why it didn't work? Because see, here no I have commented this link. So now it will work. So I'll just take this again from here and I'll paste it. So it is working, right? So I didn't link this, have commented this file for some testing purpose yesterday. So since I commented this, it was not working. So actually the code which I wrote was correct only. Okay. So this is how it takes the length. So this is the meaning. So here what they are telling, the index of this. So whatever the index. So how this works, like see, first it will be 0 and then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Sir, you might ask like, sir, how does this index value increase? So this index value increase when this is performed. Okay. So first the index value will be in 0 and then it will check the condition. So I just write over here. First the index value will be 0 and this is condition and this is increment. So that is this is increment. Okay. This is the increment part. So how this is working similarly, see, we are just taking I is equals to 0 and it will just get incremented. So first it will be 0 and then if it will come to 1. So if it comes to 1, it will start from B, C, D and okay. So if I just only write here instead of length, I just write here I is equals to 0 and this one will be 1. So what will be the output? See, it will be only A. So it is only iterating till A. So this is why I am telling is, so if you write 2 over here, you will just get A and B. Okay. So I think so you are getting this point, how it is getting incremented. So this part, so if I just remove this part and if I just go to my output and I just see it has got actually infinity. Okay, it has got infinity. My browser is totally stuck. So I just what I'll do. See, my browser is loading. It has got infinity. So I'll just cancel this. See, this is what which happened in our last class. Okay, since I didn't give the condition over here, it has been because the browser is see totally stuck because it is infinitely calling it. So how to cancel this? I'll just see it is infinitely running. See it is infinitely running actually. ಅದು ಇನ್ಫೈನೈಟ್ ಆಗಿ ರನ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟಕ್ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು. ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಿಸಿದ್ಯಾ? So what to do? So you guys are able to hear my voice now? Okay. See, since I made that thing as infinite, so since I didn't give this condition, it was been infinite and like I was not being able to, the system was automatically reloading that thing. Okay. Like so that only I was not able to control my browser. It like it depends upon like because it is calling repeatedly. Now see it is not calling repeatedly. It stops to the one point. That is nothing but it is stopping till two. Okay. So before since I did give this increment session like increment part, so it didn't it was been continuously taking. It didn't have a stopping point also. That is I think ending point. Okay. It was been infinite. So I have given this one. So any doubts like why we are using increment part? This one. Any doubts in for loop? You can just ask me. So and so this one I'll comment. Okay. And the next thing that which we'll be seeing is while loop. So this one. So this while loop. So why do we use while loop? So while loop is also similar to this one only, that is nothing but looping statements. This is also one of the looping statement. But here what you will be writing, you will be writing the condition. So what you will be doing inside here, this one you will be writing, that is inside how you will be taking is you will be taking while, and inside the while you will be writing one of the condition. So what is the condition you are just writing in the sense? So if you want to write I is equals to I is less than 11, so first you need to declare I over here. So I have taken I. Okay. And just I'll be taking another things with this. I'll be taking different components that are like different proper like I can tell variables or else also properties I can tell, and I'll also take name. Okay. So how this works actually, I'll let first you first I'll be explaining this. Okay, so I'll just comment this console.log and I'll just take another console.log, console.log. First I'll be printing that is I. Okay. So what will be the output? See, I'm able to print the I till the iteration of 10, right? So till the iteration of 10. So what if I just make this as L? Sorry. What if I it make this as L? So till what iteration it is printing? Again, it is printing till 10 only. Why? So if it wants to print till 20, I told you to do the assignment in the yesterday's class. So what was that? I'll be just making I, that is L is equals to 0 or double equals to I need to give. Okay. I cannot give single equals to, I need to give double equals to 0. So this is the comparison operator, right? So single equals to is assigning the value. So this is the comparison operator. So I have just given double equals to. So if I just give it now, so till where it will be printing, I'll just remove this and even this I'll remove. Okay, it's telling actually it should be less than or equals to 0. And at that time I can make this condition also. I is less than 11. See, now I'm sorry, the condition was wrong. Now I'll be able to print. So I'll also take this condition, that is who has joined. Okay. So I'll also be taking, that is I is equals to I is less than 10. I'll take. So here I need to take the greater than or equals to 10. So I'll just check my output now. So what is my output? See, I'm able to print it till 0. So this was the condition I told you to apply in the yesterday's class. So how many have would have been done that? I don't know. So just you can change this condition. See, only the condition I changed, but it is printing till what? Till 0. So what if I just add here I, that is I, so this will be L, and I'll also add I. So what is the answer now? Hmm? So let me just see. Now it is printing till what? Till 20 it is taking. Because the iteration will also get plus over here. Again the iteration will get increased over here also. Because this iteration is there, right? That is L's iteration is also getting decremented and this will get incremented. So this one is also getting incremented even though that if we have been given the condition. So over here just I'll make uh, so for that it is getting incremented till 20. Okay. So I think so you have understood. The same thing will happen for the others also. And if you just add the name over here, so plus name I'll just give. So plus name. So whatever the name I just give, it will be given. So what was the name I have given? I have given Janu. Okay. So similarly, it will happen for all the things. So I'll just comment this one, and if I just uncomment this, see what is the condition. So this was the assignment actually I gave in the yesterday's class. See, is it printing till 20 this one, and this one is also getting 0, right? So I have written the question over here only. See. So cleared, right? How it is working. So it is working on the condition. So this is like it is working on the condition, and the increment part is over here, and this is nothing but a statement whichever you give. So this is the increment and decrement part. So this is nothing but this will increment the value of I over here. So first time it will be 1 and 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8. Like that it get increments till this condition satisfied. Okay. So till this condition gets satisfied. So any doubts? Yeah, I has to be less than 10. But here, right, that is what like, see, this one or I'm taking, see, I'm taking using the or operator. Since I am using the or operator, if I have been used and operator, right, it checks the both the condition. If both you, I think so, you don't know about like and operator and or operator. I'll just explain about that also now, so you will not get confused. Yeah, over here that is mm, excellent. See, and operator and or operator. So this is, imagine this one is and operator and or operator. So and operator is nothing but this one, right? So this one is and operator and this one is or operator. So how this and operator works in the sense, so in you will be writing two conditions. So this is condition 1. So this is condition 1 and this is condition 2. Sorry, this is condition 2. In between this you will be writing and operator, right? Similarly over here also you will be writing. So condition 1 and condition 2 you will be writing inside, in between this you will be writing or operator. So here how it checks in the sense, if this both the condition are satisfied only, the what I can tell, the condition will get executed, means the body will get executed. So whatever the body, that is body in the sense, whatever the block of code that you have been executed. So over here, this is the block of code that which we have written, right? So when you are writing the and operator over here, if this both the condition is satisfied only, it will just get executed. If you are writing or operator, if any one of that condition is, if any one of this condition is satisfied, it will just take out. So I will just apply the or operator for this, sorry, and operator for this, and let us check the output. So I'll just reload this. See till where it is getting executed. See till it 11 only it is just stopping, right? Are you able to see? Hmm? Because here no, it the both the condition will be stopping over there only. Okay. See if this both the condition is till 0, I can tell, or else till I can 20 if I make, it might print. It is printing till 1. Are you able to see? I think you are able to see. right? So how this is working in the sense, so any one of this condition means this both the condition should be true. If this both the condition is true, then only the AND operator will execute. But if I apply OR operator, if any one of the condition is executed also, then the other condition will automatically get executed. Any confusion? Any confusion between AND and OR operator which have been used? Should I repeat it again? Yeah, it is still incrementing I because I have used the OR operator. Because this condition is true. If this condition is true, it will just increment. So that that system will not get like understand like even I should not get incremented. So again, if you want to just apply here, again you need to just apply some of the if else condition statements. So you don't worry about that. It will get complicated if I tell that one. Okay. So you guys just why have taken so many examples in the sense because like that is how like you will come to know like okay it is getting incremented or not. So here it is getting decremented, correct, right? See here it is incrementing and here it is getting from 0 from 20, that is how it is from 20 it is decrementing 19, that is 19, 18. So for that I am just explaining this example, okay, not more than it. So any confusion you can just ask me. So similarly like that only, so we have something called as do while statement. So I'll just comment this one, do while statement. So here how does this do while statement execute? See first this is the syntax of the do while, okay? So here the do while statement will first execute, that is first it will print once before incrementing. So I'll just take the same conditions that which we have. So I'll change this to name only, and I'll just make this as Janu. So this was our previous thing, right? And over here, I'll just remove this line. I don't want this. And this one, I'll make it as name. So I'll just first print the do while statement. Okay. And I'll comment this one. So what is the error it is showing? Okay, do. So if I just print only the do, what is happening? So there is some syntax error. Mm, 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 mm. I'll also uncomment this. Okay. See, so first what it is happening? So first here the do will get printed. So is it getting printed? So Janu is not defined. Okay, I didn't make this as string. So it is showing Janu is not defined. So I'll again increment this and this also, and I'll take one of my condition, that is I. See here again, this is getting iterated. So why this is again and again getting it, it is iterate means what it is just having the continuous loop, and why I'm not able to stop, because see, I'll show you, that is, I plus name, and here I'll just make this as name, and instead of name I'll just take this as array, the empty braces, and I'll close this, and now I'll just start my portal. See, now am I getting the output? So why I was getting what I can tell, why I was getting repeated statements over there, because I didn't add this condition. Okay, that is, the name is equals to I, that is nothing but name is equals to I of plus. So here what it will print, no, so see, first time it will be printing, first time it will be printing nothing but nothing, it will be printing. Why it is printing nothing in the sense, so I just uncomment this one. So if I go to console.log, and if I just refresh this, see, first actually, if I don't use this one, see, it is printing, what it is printing, it is printing 0 0 0, and again it is getting infinite. So it will, every time the I will be getting plus plus plus, and if again if I just close comment this condition, what will happen, only this do, and again the while is getting executed. So for that only what I'll be doing, I'll be just taking the do statement, and again I'll be giving this condition. So this condition will be executed, and this one. So till the iteration of 11 only it will be executed, and I'll just why it is, so once the unlimited loop, that if it starts, no, like repeated loop, it is so you, it is not so easy to stop that. So again I'll just show you. See, now I'm able to stop till 11 itself, the condition of 11. I think so you understood this part. Any doubts? Like why, how it is running? First it will just execute this statement. So this statement is executed. So I'll just show you if you want. Plus, see, is it getting executed here? So first the do will just get executed, and then it will just go for the while, and so here how, here only it will just executed. Here is the increment part. Okay. So if again if you apply this increment part in the while condition, right? Then this will get in, like what I can tell, you might answer, instead of applying over here, you might apply over here, as we done in the previous thing. So if I apply over here, it will get infinite loop. Okay, so you should not apply over here. So this is the condition loop. If this condition is satisfied, then it will, what I can tell, then this loop will just get executed or else it will not. So if I make this till 1, so till 1 only it will execute. So every time it will just get incremented, and then till 1 it will just increment and it will print the statement of that. Any doubts? So the main increment part will be done over here. Okay. Any doubts? The do only it will be done everything. So while is nothing but it will just iterate till whatever the condition you have given. See, if I give 100 till 100, it will get printed. Any doubts? So whenever you are using this while do while loop, right, at that time you will come to understand. So this, just go through this. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can just ask me. So better I'll just show with only one example. So if I have more than one, I think so you are just getting confused. I'll remove all these things. That is till here I'll remove. And the same thing I'll do over here till here I'll remove. Okay. See. So it is just first this one do will execute it. Okay. First this do will execute till this condition, and then it will just pass the statement whatever it is printing, whatever I want to print over here. So it is just taking a loop. Okay. So any doubt you can just ask me. So usually here you will write only the condition. Okay. You will not be writing this one. So since you guys want to know like how this is happening, like so for that I have written the, that is what I can tell, console.log. Usually you will not be writing any the printing statement over here. Here you will be just checking the increment part. Since you guys want to know how this will execute, I am just doing this. See, if I just remove over here, I'll just take plus. See, it is getting till 10. So if I just directly do this one, you will not get you will not be able to understand properly. So I have done that one. Any doubts? Okay. So Vidya, any doubt how this looping statement is running? So if you have any doubts, you can just ask me. So today, like we'll be again starting another concept, that is nothing but functions. Okay. So what is the function? So why we'll be using function? So anyone can answer me like what is function? Any one of you? What is the meaning of function? Huh? What? Anyone? So function is nothing but you will be writing a block of code only once. That is what I can tell. Function. So what is function? Hmm? Tell me what is function? Huh? See, it is a block of code which is sorry, return once and times. Okay, so it is a block of code which you will write only once. That is, you will only write only once and you will be able to execute more times. Okay, so it is only returned once. Okay, it will be written only once. It will only be written once and you will be able to execute the same block of code many times. So here also the previously when we did this function, right? So this block of code was being written only once and we were able to call it many times. You remember? So whenever I click on this button, that is nothing but whenever I click on this button, I was able to call that, right? So whenever I click on this button, right, I was being able to call that function. You remember? So where is so see this function? I can take one example. So I think so you guys remember. So let me show first. Let us learn like what are the different types of function that which we have. Okay, so I just close this and let me just show you the syntax of different types of function. Okay, so I just open here. That is, so first, what is that? That is, I can tell a normal function. That is, I can also tell it as named function. I just comment this name named function, and or also you can tell it as function. Like actually, what you there is something called as function declaration and so on. Okay. So first we will just see what is named function. So what is the syntax of a named function? So function and the name of that function, and you will be again just giving some block of code over here. Okay. So you will not be passing any kind of parameters or anything inside this. So any doubts like how this named function is? So you will be named function in the sense you will be giving the function name. I can just tell this as function name. And first, what you should note down is we will be using the function keyword whenever we are creating the function. Okay. So any doubts like how do we declare one of the function or anything, and how to call this function? So this declaration of function is done, and how to call this function? So you will be calling this function using that is the function name. So whatever the function name that which you have given over here, like that you will be calling. So I'll just make this as syntax and I'll write one function for you guys. Function, and I'll just remove this parameters and I'll be writing one function called as my function, and over here I'll just take console dot log and I'll just write hi. This is that is this is my function. Okay. So how to call this function? How to call this function, guys? So I have declared one function. How to call this function? Hmm? Yeah. Where should I write my function? See, I'll be calling in the same JavaScript file only my function. So this is a declaration of the function and I'm just calling my function. So this is the function call. Okay. And I'll create, have already create one, what I can tell, my, sorry, my function and I'll just call it over here. So is that spell correct? Yeah, actually this is the ION, ION. I'll just copy this and I will just paste it. See, let us just check whether it is working. So I'll take this one over here. So let us just check, guys. So I'll just close this. So is this is working? See, before I click only, actually it is working. See, now I just click it and show. Is it working? Hmm? See, just calling 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So how many times you click at that time, that number of times it will be just click. So again, like what I told you, if you give break in your function, what will happen? Hmm? That is break. Okay, why? Okay, I think we need to give an if else statement, not over here. Okay. So if I just take one if or else statement, you can just give it over here. So this is nothing but the function body. So if you have any doubts, you can just ask me like why, how this function is working. Any doubts, guys? So this is nothing but the named function, or else you can tell it as normal function or in function. Okay. Any doubts in this? How to declare one of your function? So this is the important point you guys should know. And this is nothing but till here function declaration. So you are just declaring one of the function. So I can write here function. This is, I can write here function declaration. So I have declared the function and I'm writing the function, that is nothing but I'm giving the expression of the function, and this is the function expression. So whatever the thing, the body of the function I'm giving, and then I'm calling the function. Any doubts in this? So any doubts, guys? Hmm? No. 100%. Guys, 100% you know that, right? Any doubts, please ask me, because if you just neglect this one now only, like you will not be able to understand. Okay. So okay, I think you all have been understood. Just I'll go to the next thing, that is I'll take something called as anonymous function. So what is anonymous function? Anyone know? Hmm? Anyone know what is anonymous function? The second thing is anonymous function. So what is anonymous function, guys? Hmm? So the anonymous function is nothing but the function without use of, that is without the function name. So we will not be declaring any name for that function. Okay. So we will be just giving the function expression or arguments for that. Okay. So just let us see, that is, so without a function name, I can tell without a function. So without the function name, use only function expression or a argument. Okay. So let me see that how it comes. So the syntax, ex- the syntax of that is. So anyone knows how does that come? Hmm? Guys, anyone knows how it comes? Similarly, how like the like anonymous function you will be writing in the sense, I just take one let, or also I can take it as const. I'll take const over here, and I'll just give something that same as my function, and that is equals to, I'll take function keyword. So using the function keyword only you will be using over, you will be creating here also, and if you want you can just create some of the arguments, or what I can tell what it was here, that is arguments or some of the parameters that you can use. So I told you now you will be able to use arguments also, and again what you will be doing, you will be able to give the body of this also. Okay. So you will be able to give the body of this. Any doubts? How do we do this? And again, how to call this function, guys? So declaration of the function is done. Anonymous function and Okay, you are just passing one of the parameters, that is an argument in the inside the parameters. So this both the things, this is called as parameters, and whatever the thing that you pass inside that is called as argument. So you will be passing argument inside this. Okay. So any doubts like how you will be doing? So for example, I'll take a name, some name over here, and just I'll print in console dot log hello, and I'll just print my name. Okay. And you might ask, sir, what is this? You're just writing, you can just use plus and then you can do. So this question will arise for your mind, right? Name, right? So this question is there, right, in your mind. So sir, you can just also you can write like this, right? That is hello. Instead of this, plus name. You can also do this. So even this will also add to this one only, right? So you guys have this question in your mind, right? So let us just check how this both works. And actually both work same only, but let us understand what is the difference between this. Okay. So how to call this function, guys? Any idea? How to call this function? See, I am not able to execute like I am not able, whenever I click on this, see it is not, it is saying hero is undefined. Why? How to call this function? You need to use, that is the function you need to use, that is nothing but the function call. So how do you use this function call? In the sense, you will be using this name, that is whatever the variable name that you have been given, and for this variable actually you have been given the, you have been declared the function for here. Okay, so this one you will be giving, and you have taken one of the argument over here. So this argument holds the name nothing but Puneet. Okay, this is nothing but the name, whatever the game that is you have given. So I'll just give here, instead of Puneet I'll give x, y and z. So it will take x, y and z and it will print. So let us just check why it is showing undefined. Hero x, y, z it is showing, and hero is undefined. So why this is showing hero is undefined? Okay, have not made this as string. Again I'll make this as string, and if I just execute, see I'm able to. And what is the next thing it is showing? N is not defined. So why it is showing n is not defined? See here something n is there, so I'll just remove this. See, now I am able to print this also. Since it was here n, it was not been printed. Again you might ask, sir, can we pass more than one argument? Yes, you can pass more than one argument. Suppose there was one n, right? You can just also pass n over here, and I'll be just making here that as plus n, and I'll be passing another argument, that is n is equals to, or else I'll make this as age, and I'll just pass 1, or I'll make this as 20, and this will be over here, that is age. So I'll be able to print the age over here. See, are you able to see the age is printed over here, 20. So this is how the anonymous function works. Similarly, you can also pass the arguments inside the normal function also. So how to pass that argument inside the normal function? Let us see. That is, this was our normal function, right? So where it is? Yeah, this one. So you can also pass the argument over here. That is the same thing, only I'll take. That is name and age. So I'll remove this and I'll copy the same thing and I'll just paste it over here, and I will just make here plus name plus age. See, I'll be able to print it whenever I click on this. My function, and what it is showing undefined. Why it is okay, it is commented. See, it is showing x, y, and z and 20. Is it showing? Similarly, you will be able to pass in both the things, but this is nothing but this is with the function name, and that is without the function name. So just notice, guys, what is the difference between this and that? You can just see. Anonymous function you have written, right? What is the difference that you are able to see? Anyone can notice and just answer me. Just check. What is the difference between this function and this? Any one of you? Okay, that will be your task. Okay, you need to tell me the difference between the normal function and the anonymous function. And what is the next thing? That is, what is the next thing? That is arrow function. So what is arrow function, guys? So you came to know what is function parameters and arguments. So this one is also done. Okay, function parameters is also done, and argument is also done, and function declaration is also done, function expression is also done. So this one, what is an like what I can tell, arrow function. So anyone know what is arrow function? Anyone like have any idea of what is arrow function? That is function syntax. So what is the arrow function? Anyone can? Guys, anyone can? Where? So here I'll just take. Anyone can? Guys? Okay. See, here it is nothing but you will be taking one variable. Okay, you will be taking one variable, and similarly you will be taking the function name. Okay, and you will be just taking, I can just make this as function name, or else variable name, or else you can also tell it as reference name, and here I'll be passing the argument. Similarly, here also you can just pass the arguments, but by this only you can just see, you can just frame the sentence. So arrow function is nothing but it is a function that will be written in the single line. So we use the arrow function uh, to in the to write the function in single line, or else I can write the same definition or in a one line function, or else you can also tell this as one line function. Okay, the same line only you will be able to write, so it reduces the code. Okay, so how this arrow function works, similarly, like I'll be just taking const, I'll take my function is equals to, I'll take one of my parameters and I'll not pass, this is nothing but this is a parameters, I have not passed any argument. So inside the body I'll just write console dot log and I'll be writing something function. Okay, so it reduces the block of code. So previously we used to use the function keyword and all, right? Actually this one again you like there is another interview question, so this is important, that is they will be asking when was this arrow function been introduced and in which version. So it was been introduced it was been introduced in the ES6 version, that is ES6 version. Okay, the arrow function was been introduced in the ES6 version. So this is one of the important question that you should know. Okay, so this might the interviewer might ask. Okay, so any doubts this how this arrow function will work, and again how to call this arrow function? You will be just using this function, the or else I can tell it as reference name, and using the reference name you will be calling. So I'll just open my browser and I'll be able to call. See, arrow function, spell is wrong, arrow function. I am able to print that. See, if I click that, I'll be able to. So these are the different types of function, and there is also a function called nothing but what I can tell. So you can just also create a constructor function and higher order function, and also there is something called as immediate invoke function. All these things are there. So I'll also be telling that now. So these are some of the additional things that which I am telling for you. So that is nothing but IIFE. So what does IIFE stands for? Function. What does IIFC stand for? That is immediate immediately invoke function. Immediately invoke function. This stands for immediately invoke function. Okay, and what does E stands for? Expression. Expression. Okay, so you might ask, sir, what is the difference between the normal function and immediate invoke function? Okay, again that is the another question that you should for assignment. Okay, difference between normal function and immediate invoke function. Okay, so this will be your question that you need to just practice, and just I'll tell you what is the immediate invoke function. So the syntax of that is nothing but, first you will be taking one argument, that is one parameter. So inside this function you will be writing another normal function. Okay, so you will be writing another normal function. So by this what you can understand? So by inside this again you will be writing another normal function, and this function how you will be calling, in the sense you will be just calling by this. So you will be not using this function expression for calling the function, because you have been surrounded with the another parameters. So how this immediate invoke function works, let us see. So see, here it is normally, if I just pre-execute and if I just reload my page, it is automatically calling. So what is the definition that you can frame for immediate invoke function? Anyone can tell?
Function within a function. Function within a function.
No. Function within a function, you can see, this is not function within a function. Function within a function is called as callback function. See, this is nothing but it is a function that invokes immediately when without calling that function only. See, I will not be calling here. See, I have not assigned anything. Correct, right? See, it is showing undefined. I will not be able to click anything. Without clicking only you will be able to call. So what I can tell, immediate invoke function is used to create a something called as without calling the function. So it is just without, I'll be calling that function only, it will be called. See, I'll just reload this again. I have not called the function, correct, right? See, I just close this, and if I just reload it, I'll be able to get that. What if I just comment this, and if I use the before function, suppose for your reference it is easy, I'll just take the arrow function only. See, I'll just close this. If I click and if I again reload this, it is coming, right? But see, if I click on this, again it will perform. Correct, right? Huh? but in immediate invoke function you will not be able to do. It automatically calls because have been passed the parameters over here. See, I think you have just done that calculator assignment, right? You can just go and apply that immediate invoke functions in that and you can check. You have done the assignment of calculator and all, right? You guys just go try different types of functions over there. Okay. So, and what is the next thing that I would like to tell is something called as higher order function. So these are important, guys, just have a note. So there is something called as higher order function. Okay, so what is higher order function? So higher order function is nothing but, anyone can answer? Function function. So higher order function is nothing but a function that takes one or more function as an argument. Yeah, and argument, or returns a function as an argument. Okay, or returns a function, I can tell. So this is what the higher order function means. Okay, so I'll just show you one demo of the higher order function. I'll just take one array for this, that is I'll be taking one array, let array is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 I'll take, and I'll just take let new array is equals to array dot array dot and map. So in higher order function actually you will be learning something called as map method, and you can also apply filter, that is filter, filter, and also you will be able to apply something called as reduce. Okay, so all these things that you will be able to apply. Okay, so all these things you will be able to apply over here. So what is the next thing that you can do over here is, so why I have used all these things is, I will be just taking one of my arrow function over here, and I'll be giving my some elements and that elements is nothing but here I have just taken the argument, okay, and this argument I will be taking over here, and I'll be just taking plus 10, and what is my output if I just write it on console dot log of new array, that is, where is my new array, log of new array. So I am just calling it, so I am adding one element over here. So how does that look now? So I just write this, and I'll call this actually see why it is showing like this. hmm? Guys, why does it is showing like this? Any idea? Okay, this one, like, I'll just show you with another example this map function, okay, so you don't need to worry. So with the live database I'll show you, that is, I'll take placeholder. So from this JSON placeholder I have some other user data, okay, so from here I'll be showing, so you don't need to worry. I'll take JSON placeholder. So where I'm getting my data, not over here. I think so. I am not getting that link properly. So I'll be telling about that JSON placeholder. Okay, that dummy data I'll take, and I'll just show you how to access that element. Here it is nothing but map. What is map function? First you guys just know what is map function and what is filter function and what is like this function. So all this function that you can do. So higher order function, so I'll be telling in the tomorrow's class, so you guys just don't get confused. I'll just take one of the functions and then I'll be doing, okay, I'll be fetching the data and then I'll be doing. Similarly for the constructors also you will be doing, okay, you can just also create one of the constructor, like, that is what I can tell. Return element if okay, so I'll just take constructor function, constructor function. So what is the constructor function? Similarly, I think so, if you have learned any other things like any other programming language, you know about the constructor, like for example Java and all. So in constructor function, how you will be writing, right? You will just write all the things using the this. So this is nothing but you will be using the function that whatever the thing what is over here you will be using. So I'll be assigning the value for this one. So I'll just remove this part and I'll call this function over here, that is I'll take one of my let person1 is equals to person of whatever the name which have given, I will be assigning it over here. So this is the value that takes over here, and this value will be assigned for the name and the place, name and the age. Okay, so I have taken this example and I'll be just calling that inside my console.log log, that is name and the what I can tell, I can tell the use like name dot username. So why I am taking here person dot name? Anyone can tell me? Person one dot age. So this is how you will be accessing the data in the constructor form. So see here I am declaring the function, and to declare the data for here I will be just creating, what do you tell this one object. So I will be creating one of my object, this is nothing but object creation. So you will be creating one object and then you will be doing. So you might get this as bit complicated, so you better don't use this one. You just guys use this data. Okay. So how many types of function have covered today? So we have covered nearly 6 to 7 types of function. Okay, that is 1, and this one is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 types of function we have covered. Okay, actually in this only function with parameters is different, without parameters they tell. Actually I have also covered that one also in the same examples. So do you have any doubts? If anyone asks what is function with parameter, will you be able to show the example and the explanation? Guys, any doubts? Any doubts in this topic? Guys, any doubts? Hello?
No, sir.
Okay. Vidya? Is she there? Yeah. Vidya, what is arrow function? So coming to the arrays. So how do we declare an array? How, like, first of all, what is array? Like that one we will just go through. That is nothing but over here I'll take my accelerator and I'll clear all these things. Yeah, and I'll just open it. See, first of all, what is array? That is what is array? Array. Anyone knows what is array? Hmm? What is array?
Collection of same data and elements.
Huh? What is array?
Collection of same data and elements.
Collection of similar data types. Huh? Or data elements. Hmm? Be confident with your answer. Array. Nisha, what is array?
A list of items.
Similar collection of items. Okay, so array is nothing but it is a collection of similar data types. Collection of data similar array is a similar collection of array is a collection of data which has same data type or different also, or it might be different also. Usually similar data types only we will be storing in array. Okay, so how does this array look? So this array, this is one of the array. So how do we store the data in the array is, so this is nothing but data. So we store like 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9 and 0. So this is the data, and how do we assign this data, and so this is how we store the data. Okay, and how this data will be stored? So this data will be stored in the array data, that is data will be stored in the form of index value. Okay, so that is nothing but 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 8 comma 9. So this is how it will be stored. When we are accessing that data, you will be using that data and you will be taking. And again, how does it will be found? In the sense, it will be just the data will be stored in the form of key and value. So this key is nothing but whatever the index value that give and whatever the thing that you access. So for every index value, so index of 0 contains the data of 1. So this is how, sorry, it is not in the key and value pair. So this is how the data you can fetch. So in the what I can tell, in the value of 0, 1 will be stored, and in 2, that is, I'll just copy this only, in the value of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So that's an example I'm giving. So this is how actually it will be stored, okay? So this is how the value will be stored. So whenever you are accessing this data, you will be just giving, that is, so how do we just assign that? That is nothing but let array I will take, that is equals to whatever the array I have given. So I'll just copy the same array only, so you will not get confused. So if I want to access the first data, what I will be doing? Console dot log. So console dot log of array dot, sorry, array of 0 I will take. Array of 0. So what is the array of 0? What will the data I'll be getting?
1.
Yeah, I'll be getting 1. If I write 10, what if I write 10? It is showing undefined. Why? What is the meaning of undefined?
Array is less than 10.
Yeah, correct. So undefined is nothing but whenever, again this one is the interview question, you can just take all these small questions only, they will be asking the MCQ, okay? So what is the meaning of undefined? What is the meaning of NAN? So not a number. So nothing but defined, and that is NAN. So you will be getting this, okay? What is the meaning of NAN? They'll ask. That is nothing but not a number. So this is how they will be asking the tricky questions and very simple basic questions, okay? So you should know what is undefined. So for that only I have just given these two things, okay? Just note down this one also. And what, suppose if I want to access the element 7, the value 7, what should I do?
8.
No,
3 of 6.
yeah, I'll be
Array of
giving 6. Am I getting? See, it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, not from 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3. If it is starting from 2, I'll be giving 8, right? So this is how you will be accessing the data from the array. And in array also you have the methods. So methods I will be telling in the next class. So what are the methods that which we will be using in array? Okay, there are different types of methods that which you will be array. So you know how to create an array and how to call the data inside the array. So any doubts in that, like how to create an array and how to call the data in array? So this part you came to know. So similarly, you might have a idea like, sir, suppose we have been created an array, but I need to just what I can tell, I need to add some of the things inside the array. You actually, array is a fixed like what I can tell, it is like, it is, array is nothing but it is a fixed type, okay? You will not be able to change the length of the array, but you can just push some data and you can just declare the data, that's all. Okay, but you cannot change the size of the array. Okay, what I can tell is the another definition for here, the array is the array length is fixed size of the array. Okay, we will not be able to change the size of the array, but we have some methods. Using this methods, like we will be able to push the data and we will be able to remove the data. Okay, but the array length, the original array length will not be changed. Okay, so as we perform this only, it will be changed. Okay, so let us see that in the next class. And what is the next thing that we will be just seeing is how to create an object. So this one we will be learning in the next class. So you guys just go through the array methods. So what all the array methods are there? So nearly like we will be covering 12 methods in the array. The what all the basic methods that which we have, we will be covering 12 methods in this. Okay, and in the objects also, and the same thing also you have in the string also. So I'll also be covering the string data types, sorry, string methods, sorry. So I'll also be telling you, you already know how to declare a string, so I'll also be telling you how to just add a string, and using the string, what all the string methods are there, we'll just go through that. And we'll be discussing the DOM part in the tomorrow's class. So tomorrow's class, like that is tomorrow's class will be the important class. Okay, so don't miss this tomorrow's class. So if you miss that, then totally you will be just losing your knowledge. So because the DOM part is very important. Okay, so there you will be learning document.getElement by id, document.getElement by class name, and query selector. All the difference between these things we will be learning over there. And also we will be learning something called as events. So what all the events we have, and what all can we perform whenever we click on that button. So that is also one of the important part. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you guys can just clear.